All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the mid-season finale for The Walking Dead Season 9, coming up, of course, this weekend. In this one, we'll be doing our Pics preview. Let's take a look through all the released pictures for this mid-season finale episode. And spoiler warning, of course, as usual, if you guys are not caught up for The Walking Dead, which is up to The Walking Dead, Season 9, Episode 7. So one last episode for The Walking Dead in 2018, and then this half season will be over, and we'll most likely see The Walking Dead return in February, which, oh man, you know, it's such a shame, because it feels like we're just getting into the good stuff, and pretty much this half season is over. Now we got to wait till next year, right? So, but it gives us something to look forward to, and I certainly am looking forward to this mid-season finale, because it looks absolutely fantastic. If you guys missed it, we did lots of videos this weekend about the Whispers, death predictions for the mid-season finale, just all kinds of stuff. Review for episode 7, all that stuff will be in the channel. You can click it in the end videos after you're done watching this one. So first picture we have here is of Aaron, of course. So he's out there, and it looks like him and Jesus will kind of get stuck in this fog, which I think is a really nice touch to bring in the Whispers with, right? If you're going to bring in the Whispers and do it in kind of a horror movie, terrifying type of fashion, this is the perfect type of environment that you're going to want to have to bring them in. It totally benefits them because it's hard to see that far in front of your face. So if you have a gun or whatever, it's going to be, you know, not as useful as usual because you can't, you know, they're going to be right on top of you before you even know it. And especially because they're dealing with not a normal, you know, walker herd, but they're dealing with the Whispers here. You know, it's going to be difficult for them to kind of evade them when they don't know where they're going. And, you know, it's just everything they can't see and everything else. And so it's just, oh man, this is so exciting. It just adds to it, right? So here we have Aaron, who looks scared shitless, which I like. You know, the beard's looking sweet, but he definitely looks concerned, that's for sure, right? So this is cool, trying to figure out what's going on, and man, that's a wicked one right there. Then we have a walker here who's in a cemetery, it looks like, and you can see another one there in the background behind this one. Looks like probably a female walker here. I don't think it's a Whisperer, and I think the way to check or the way to tell might be the teeth, unless some of the Whispers have some really brutal teeth, right? Because you can see, you kind of see, like, there does seem to be kind of some empty spots where the eyes are. You can't really see eyes too well in this picture. So I guess it's possible. I just, you know, I would tend to think that this is probably just a regular, you know, walker based on the teeth. But you know, who knows? I mean, the television series version of the Whispers are probably going to be a little bit different from the comics, and so far they look to be even more. They look to be even more zombified, I want to say, from all the zombies we've seen around than the comic book series. In the comic book series, it was pretty easy to tell which ones were Whispers and which ones were walkers if you look closely, right? Because it seemed more like they were just wearing a skin over top, so it was easier to tell. In the TV series version, though, you know, it kind of feels like it's not going to be as easy to tell as it was in the comics, right? Which it's kind of cool because you just, even we don't know which ones are walkers or which ones are Whispers. But this one right here, I'm going to say that I think is a walker. And of course, I could be wrong, and you guys can leave your comments below on that one. The hands do look to be in a little bit better shape, even though it is a female, small hands, but a little bit better shape than maybe the rest of it. But certainly its face and everything looks pretty gnarly, right? So leave a comment below. Let me know if you guys think it's a Whisperer or a walker. I'm going to go with walker for that one. And then we have here, you know, Yumiko, and, you know, it looks like Magnus Group, of course, with Michonne, will make it to the hilltop in this episode. So we'll see if the hilltop will take them in. I almost want to say that I'm thinking that they might reject it, and then maybe Michonne will have to take them back to Alexandria. Because I usually thought of Magnus Group as kind of an Alexandria type of group, more than a hilltop type group, but I could be wrong in that. We'll have to see what they do in the TV series. And of course, at different times throughout the comics, the characters were in different spots. You know, sometimes they were at the hilltop, sometimes they were at Alexandria. But we'll see here if they're going to be able to merge in with the hilltop. I do think Alexandria could probably use them though, because I don't know if there's as many standout characters in Alexandria as there is in the hilltop in terms of their sheer number. It looks like the hilltop has more numbers now than Alexandria, which is does feel a little bit strange, right? Even though, you know, Alexandria has some of the heavy hitters like Michonne and Negan and Judith and so, and maybe RJ, you know, RJ and some of the others. So let me know what you guys think about that one too. Do you think that Magna and her group will stay with the Hilltop, or do you think they'll go back to Alexandria with Michonne at some point here? Maybe they can help her out, and then she'll realize, like, okay, you guys are good. I want, you know, she could use them as like a group, right? She could take them as a group, and I personally think they'd be useful in the field and everything because they do have a lot of experience out in the open. So except for the music teacher, he's not that badass. Then we have Tara here, who's seemingly running the Hilltop, which is very strange and kind of funny. And we kind of predicted that, didn't we? Like when they mentioned she, we were like, well, is it going to be Maggie or is she gone already? Could it be Tara? I was half joking when I brought it up, but it looks like that's exactly what they're kind of doing, right? So you got Jesus out there, he's not even there, and you have Tara kind of running the ship while he's gone, which is just, it's so funny, right? So it's cool. So you have her there in the background. You can see Enid, and it looks like Alden is there. I wasn't sure if he had gone with Maggie or not, but he's there. So yeah, the Hilltop looks to be doing really well, man. Of course, they're the ones who produce all the food, right? So where you have food, I mean, you know, people are gonna be able to work. People are gonna be able to be happy. They're gonna be able to have energy. And if people are starving, they don't have much energy to work, right? So the Hilltop is doing really well. Here we have some younger teenage, I want to say, age type of, maybe late teenage years. I'm not sure the ages here that you could say, but maybe 16, 17, something like that. Some new characters here for the Hilltop, at least ones that I don't personally recognize. So we'll have to see what they do with them, if they use them in conjunction with Henry. And again, man, you know, it's cool that they've got Henry and all, but, you know, seeing this age group just really makes me miss Carl even more, because I just think about him like, man, these would be some cool scenes if you still had Chandler Riggs in the show. And I know they used it well for season 8 and everything like that, and it got a lot of mileage out of it, and Rick's decisions and how it changed Rick in season 9, and I'm aware of all that. But you got to think about opportunity cost, and when you lose a character like that, and now we have these other teenage, you know, unknowns survivors here. It's like with Henry, it's kind of, I don't know, man. It just feels like it's missing something, right? It just really feels like it's missing something. So again, here, I think we can see Henry at the back left there. Is that him? It's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of dark, but he's got the staff, so I would tend to think so. And, you know, again, with them, we'll have to see what happens here. But maybe if the other two boys try to get a little, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe Henry will get in. Let's just put it this way. I won't get into any spoilers for comics or anything like that, but maybe Henry won't get along with the boys so well, and he might have to beat him up or something. We'll see what happens. So good stuff there. And then we have Michonne and Sadiq at inside the gates of the Hilltop. Magda in the background there, kind of watching them, right? Because she's always ready to fight somebody, right? So that's fun. And not much else to say about the picture than that. Just that it looks like they're going to get into the Hilltop, and we'll see how people treat Michonne if they talk to her, and just what those conversations look like. Another one here with Magna and the others, and Michonne again at the Hilltop, Carol at the Hilltop. So that'll be cool to see Carol with Michonne and see how they interact with each other. I wouldn't think that they would have any harsh feelings towards one another at all, because it's not like Carol was really involved with what happened with Rick. She was trying to help Rick as best as she could, and obviously Michonne was too. So I don't tend to think that Michonne would be mad at Carol at all. And also it's been 6 years as well too, so you'd think that they would pretty much work all this stuff out, but they may not have, even after all this time. Here we got another one with Henry as well too. Again, him being sort of a forefront character for that age category. Nothing against him, but just it's just what it is, man. I prefer to see Carl. I don't know. Yeah, what can you do? It's maybe I'll just stop talking about it now, because it's like you can't go back, Bob. So it's what it is, and it's there's no change in it now. That's for sure. There's no sense in complaining about it, right? It's too late now. The Hilltop here again with what looks to be a pretty good size cook-off, so that's fun. Lots of people around, maybe getting ready for the fair, that kind of stuff. Here's one with Alden, who a lot of us have thought is our television series version of Dante. So he's still there. It looks like, yeah, like I said, he did not go with Maggie, so there's that. And we have Carol here again as well, too, kind of going out of the gates. Sadiq, another one of him, and Michonne, and Tara as well. Crazy, right? Crazy to see that Tara's, well, number one, that she's still alive in the show, even though she does have fans and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. But number one, that she survived all this time. So congratulations to her, right? She's definitely live longer than a lot of us thought she would, and also the fact that what if Maggie doesn't return? What if Lauren Cohen doesn't return? Will Tara be the future leader of the Hilltop? I mean, I guess so, right? So it's kind of funny. I just can't picture a face-off scene between her and Alpha. I just cannot picture it. I'm just gonna probably be laughing all the way through. It's nothing against her. It's just I don't know. It's just strange, right? Okay, here we have some blacksmithing going on with Alden and Henry, probably just getting started with his apprenticeship or apprenticing, so that's kind of fun. And Earl there in the background, I think, with the fire and everything, so that's kind of cool. Again, with Carol here and the horses, that's another thing that you got to think of, right? This season, no more cars and that kind of stuff, so all the gas having been basically used up, everything becoming manual. But I feel like the season's been really fast-paced, even though their transportation has been on horseback. It feels like it's been kind of more faster paced than a lot of what we've seen so far, even though they don't have any vehicles, right? So they have to use horses and a carriage and buggy and that whole thing. So cool stuff. We have Henry maybe saying goodbye to Carol and them giving each other a hug. And then we have Michonne and Sadiq maybe either arriving to the Hilltop or possibly leaving afterwards, probably arriving there. And again with Yumiko and Magnus group here. And Gabriel in possibly the cell, so maybe he's talking with Negan. That would be kind of a cool, fun scene to see. So I hope we get to see some time between Gabriel and Negan. And also the question of whether or not Negan would try to break out at this point. I almost think maybe he wouldn't, because where would he go? He probably knows that the sanctuary is basically defunct, right? It's basically done, and I just don't see or know why he would want to leave. Like, I would think he would, more want to maybe earn a place or earn his freedom, the right way. Of course, Rick isn't around anymore. Michonne probably would never allow it. But, we'll see. We'll see what Negan's intentions are, and if he does still want to escape at this point, and if Rick's death hasn't changed him quite a bit, or Rick's perceived death, I should probably say. Another one of the teenagers as well. Again, probably just some supporting characters here for Henry. And that's basically it for the pictures. So no whispers in this one, I don't think, But then again, it's like, would they really release any pictures of blatant whispers? Probably not, right? You got to look to the promos and that kind of stuff, the clips to find those. And again, those will be in the channel if you guys haven't seen them yet. So let me know how you guys are feeling, what you're thinking. Like, how are you feeling about Walking Dead right now? All these changes, all this stuff going on. Where are you at? Leave your comments below. And, I can't wait to see this mid-season finale. But I'm probably more excited to see the Whisperers and the villains than I am to see anything on the good guy side, which is strange, right? it's like Trev, why do you get so excited to see vicious, brutal villains? I don't know why. I just do. I was excited to see Negan arrive, and I'm very excited to see the Whisperers arrive. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below, and if you like this video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. You can also share. You can favorite. Thank you guys all for subscribing. New viewers, if you want to join the Whisperers, you can subscribe below. And that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you again soon for another. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.